Good morning. We are in my driveway right now and I've decided to record a vlog, so day in the life. Most of y'all know who I am, but Schilleci, Joe & Co Realty Group. Today we are going up to Lake Conroe. I promise I'll stop looking at myself, but this lighting is amazing. I have new makeup on today, but I am sitting in my car waiting for my husband to pull out of the driveway. I have 20 extra minutes, so I'm going to get a car wash. There is weird white stuff all over my car. It might be animal whatnots, but birds. But we're recording a vlog, so we have the tripod, the Joby ready to go, so I can like prop it up in my window. And let's say bye to Scoot. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Love you. Have a good day.
Edward's talking to
James.
Yeah.
I was gonna cover your mouth because I didn't know what you were about to say. So what are we doing today? What are you doing today?
Playing like a friend.
But what did I tell you you're doing today?
My friends are gonna come over.
But what do you have to do before that?
Clean.
Yep. So they are on Operation Clean the House while I go show houses. Don't make dirty faces. No one wants to see your dirty faces, Scarlett. I brought my tea. So this is my favorite. We love eating at Witch Witch, and I love saving the cups. So we've got some.
Can I have a drink, please?
Oh, you're being lazy. We're having. I have homemade iced tea in there, so it's. Hey, I really do mean it. Please don't make ugly faces. We have regular black tea. Oh, Edward pulled out. I gotta go. Love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Be good.
Bye.
Bye. So it's black tea and black tea. Oh, I don't like her next to me. I do not feel comfortable. Okay, we're setting the camera. Okay, dokie. So now we're driving. Pulling out of my driveway with her right next to me, and not being fully alert was a little too scary for me. Then I made her get in front of my car. But anyways, so black iced tea and what else? And it's about to spill. So black iced tea, apricot, and vanilla. So super, super yummy. I've already had, I think, what did I have this morning? Oh, I have no idea what I had this morning. Edward made my tea this morning. So I had hot tea and then I drank iced tea. I don't know if that's good for you or bad for you, but I love my tea. So we're on Tyce Road. There's a neighborhood pool and park and tennis courts. So yep, so driving down Tyce Road, and I'm going to go get a car wash. Yeah, I'm gonna get a car wash because I haven't washed my car in forever. So hopefully my tag is up to date. But we are driving up to Lake Conroe today. We are going to show 4 houses. I'm in Klein right now, so it is a little more than a 40-minute drive up to Lake Conroe. So we are actually also looking for a house on Lake Conroe, but we haven't looked as much recently as we have looked in the past. We used to be like really dedicated to it, but I don't know, we might change our mind. I know we want a house on the lake, but the last house we went to go see was not on Lake Conroe. It was on Lake Indigo, which is a 160-acre lake in Indigo Lake Estates, I think. And oh, my tea did spill. Why did we not like it? The house was probably the least expensive house in the neighborhood, and I promise to have my windshield clean in a little bit. The house was the least expensive house in the neighborhood at a little bit above $500,000, but all the other houses were $750 to like $2 million, and the house we were looking at was all, not that we can afford the more expensive houses as a second home, but the house we were looking at stuck out like a sore thumb. It was all hardy plank, no brick, no stone, no nothing. And I felt, even though it was a 2-acre lot, I still felt like it was the smallest lot, and that might just be because not very much of it was cleared. but the portion on the lake, like where you were on the lake, was super shallow and I think mostly used for swimming. And there's beach and park and swimming, and this neighborhood is amazing. Like, I am going to have to document this neighborhood. Indigo Lake Estates. So 2+ acre lots, I believe. And the houses are beautiful, like the prettiest houses I've ever seen. So I think it's my new favorite neighborhood. But if you've never been on Lake Conroe, then maybe you would like that lake. But Lake Conroe is so cool just because it's so big. And I hear no one's ever really on the lake, but I like Indigo Lake or whatever, but I much rather be on Lake Conroe, I think. There's just too many reasons why not to buy the house. But anyways, there's Mr. Car Wash down the street. My windshield's so dirty. But yeah, so showing 4 houses around Lake Conroe. One's on the northeast side, and then one's in Walden, and then one's in April. Well, they took one off, so we had 5 and they took one off. I don't know which one we took off, but one was in April Sound, and then we had another one. Okay, car wash time. So my car wash tag is not technically expired, but I need to update the card. So the car wash guy in there is one of my friends. He's like, good night. So he just told me, I haven't seen this baby blue in a while. I told him we mostly drive the truck and it always has junk in the back of it. But they got new lights, so I'm going to show you the new lights. Maybe. Let's zoom out. Ooh. Super fancy. So the lights used to be right where they put foam on your car, I think. Or no, there's more lights down here. Did you know that there are YouTube videos just for car washes? I haven't been in the car wash in a while. I can't really remember. I really think there are lights. Oh yeah, there's red lights down here where the foam is. The boring part. The hot shine. I'm so excited, y'all. I haven't had a clean car in forever. It really hasn't looked as bad as it does until now. Are you ready for the hot shine? I thought it was supposed to be red. I lied to y'all. Oh, that's weird. I swear it used to be red. Not no more. I'm gonna have to go back through my old videos. See, that fan looks new right there. Maybe not. Fun and exciting! So for only $32.99 a month, you can have unlimited car washes too. Mr. Car Wash. So it's right next to the post office. You can see all those cars right there. Fancy fancy! I'm still thinking about getting a new car, which is super, super sad, but this car really is just too loud. I can't even talk on the phone, which I can. I'm being a little dramatic. But, okay, so we're gonna go all the way down the Weta, and I'm gonna drink some of my tea. Kids are doing it, is what I heard. We made it to the highway, and I am listening to an audible. So we are passing the Woodlands right now. We're going under Woodlands Parkway. Super pretty buildings in the Woodlands. So Woodlands and Lake Conroe are only 20 to 30 minutes away from one another. So we'll have to go west to get to Lake Conroe. But I saw a sign, which I already knew this, but I saw a sign that Margaritaville is open on Lake Conroe now, so it's like our first resort. Super excited about that. I'm sure many more to come. But I didn't know how nice and beautiful Lake Conroe was. I recorded a sunset. I haven't put it on my YouTube, it's just on my Facebook, but I'll have to do that. It's like one of the prettiest sunsets ever. And it was captured on Lake Conroe. I forgot to tell y'all that Harris County and Houston shut down yesterday. Honestly cannot tell you what day it is right now. My Apple Watch is no longer syncing, and I am like in this infinite loop of updating. And so anyway, so I can't wear my Apple Watch because it doesn't show anything. So I have no idea what day it is, but it is the end of the month. But anyways, I think maybe it's the 29th. I have no idea. 27th, 28th. But yeah, so the city's pretty much shut down. So I had an open house planned today, an open house planned tomorrow on one of my listings, and we can no longer have anything like that. So, but I'm trying to be super safe, and I have been the whole entire time, and I haven't had any illnesses. So knock on wood, fingers crossed. But yeah, so Montgomery County isn't shut down, but Houston and Harris County are, which means restaurants, goodbye. So we have 14 more miles until we exit. I'm like paying attention to all the billboards out here, so I just passed one for Stillwater. So Stillwater is a neighborhood that is still, well, it's still the Woodlands High School, so it's Conroe ISD, and it's this exit right here, 1488, and so still super close to the Woodlands, and brand new homes. So if someone's looking for location, I recommend Stillwater, Grand Central Park, and then if someone doesn't mind kind of be out on the outskirts, I recommend Wood Forest or the Woodlands Hills. So some brand new communities that have great schools that people really like. So the Woodlands Hills is the same developer as the Woodlands, so super cool. It's just a ways out here. So we were exiting in a little over a mile for Longstreet Road. We are up near Willis at this point. Practically Huntsville, in my opinion. So much land for sale out here. If casinos ever get legal, I bet they would build one out here. So much land for it, but it's so close to Houston. So Bentwater's up here too. One of my favorite neighborhoods. So
Turn left onto North Freeway Service Road.
My turn. It never told me to exit. It just told me to turn left or right or something. I think left. But it's like there's no editing on this. Like, look how beautiful and how green it is. Like, I am in shock how pretty it is out here. Yeah. It's just been raining a ton lately.
Continue on North Freeway Service Road for 1.5 miles.
But there's so much land for sale out here, commercially. It's really cool. Like they have, it's still dirt, but no trees to the left up here, like an industrial park is what's going to be constructed. And then right after, like these trees on the left, that's for sale. Be a really good place, in my opinion, for a RV park. We have a ton of them, but it's just like right on the outside of the city. So we are technically 95 miles from the coast. So Galveston is 95 miles away. I think this is the exit of where we keep our boat. So there's a marina down here. We keep our boat out here. So we got our boat like 2.5 months ago, maybe. We've gone out 3 times so far. We went out twice.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Long Street Road.
Practically back to back. And then one like a couple weeks ago. We haven't talked about it, but I bet we'll go tomorrow. If the weather's nice, I bet we'll go tomorrow. So I'll probably do a video on the lake with the kids because that'd be super fun. So the reason why we don't go
Turn right onto Long Street Road
on the boat all the time is because it takes like an hour to like get ready. You have to clean off the boat and everything.
Continue on Long Street Road for 4 miles.
And then it's an hour to like clean up, and then you're going 45 minutes there and 45 minutes back. So you have to have like pretty much an empty day for it, and I'm pretty sure I do have an empty day tomorrow. Except for babysitting. So I have a stepdaughter that has a daughter that's, I guess she'll be 3. She'll be 3 in September, so I probably have to stop saying that she's 2, but almost 3 years old. So there's 50 acres for sale here on the left. So this same land right here is 50 acres, and it's for sale if you want to buy it. Actually, the house that we're going to, I've seen it already, and I will be a little early, about 10 minutes early, so if they're not there yet, I will definitely show it to you. It's been on the market forever. It's very unique, but it's so cheap. Like, I'm so tempted to buy it because it's so inexpensive. The thing you have to know about Lake Conroe is that Airbnbs aren't allowed in probably 70% of the neighborhoods. So if we buy, there's a plant out here, so sometimes there's traffic. See it right there. The thing you have to know is, so we want to buy a home and use it ourselves, but also rent it out as a vacation rental. And there are so many restrictions. So we've fallen in love with houses, totally negotiated a price, and then we don't follow through with it because we cannot rent it out. So some type of energy plant. There are a whole bunch of pockets of like neighborhoods up here on the right. The price points are a little bit lower than what I've been looking at. Wow, that bird was cool. But still a lot of options. We like this side of the lake way better. It's our favorite portion of the lake. So like, but there's just some neighborhoods that we like way more than others. This one's on like a canal that just isn't as clean as some other canals. So I have a feeling they won't like this one, but it's just super unique. But you could make it really awesome, I think, I'm not sure. But I last saw it like a year ago, need a turn or anything, so I had to make sure. So Teal Crossing is where those not too expensive homes are. I don't know what the story is there. I guess it has to do with, I don't know, part of the lake. Drive real slow out here. My luck, my clients are probably behind me right now. Oh no, they're not. Some people are pulling a trailer.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Shadow Bay Drive.
It's beautiful. So, North Lake Estates with that land right there is really pretty. For a long time we were looking
Turn right onto Shadow Bay Drive.
Land for sale. So we are pulling into Shadow Bay.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Lake Villa Drive.
Oh, there's like purple wildflowers out there. Wow, stinking cool. They're on both sides of the road. Oh, now I might know why we didn't pick this house. We really don't want an Airbnb where there's trailers. I just feel like that might be a turnoff for renters. I do not remember this being like
Head west on South Lee Shore Drive toward East Ravine Run. Turn right onto East Ravine Run, then turn right onto Brigadier Drive.
So we just wanted to be in a neighborhood with higher price points.
Head west on South Lee Shore Drive toward West Ravine Run. Continue straight onto West Ravine Run.
Park right there. That's cool.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto North Lee Shore Drive.
I think we've looked at a couple houses in here before.
Turn right onto North Lee Shore Drive. In 600 feet, turn right onto Shadow. In 800 feet, turn left onto Mariners Court.
So the canals are just a little narrow. And the houses are really close together. I would say that's probably why this one hasn't sold yet.
Turn left onto Mariners Court, then you will arrive at your destination.
But it's an awesome price point.
You've arrived.
Some super cute houses down here. Oh, people kayaking. How cool. Okay, we're done looking at the outside and it's starting to rain, but I wanted to show you we're done looking at the inside. I wanted to show you the outside real quick. So the interior was a little too unique for them. I can't see it. But anyways, we have one more to go to. So it's raining. I'm sorry I couldn't show you the inside of the house. My clients showed up the second I unlocked the door. But a little too unique for them, a little choppy. So you walk right in to a living room, and then there are these steps that are probably totally not to code, made out of tile with really sharp turns that go up.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Farm to Market 1097 West.
And then in that kitchen, there's this loft that you have to climb a ladder for, and then around the corner is a room that looks like a bedroom, but it is water over there. But it is I guess, a dining room. So it's just like, you can't even...
Turn right onto Farm to Market 1097 West.
And then there's 3 bedrooms, and then there's a bedroom with a room right in front of it. And, I don't know, super weird. So this is 1097. We're on Longstreet Road right now. Some shopping and restaurants and things like that. Client is a couple cars in front of me. I'm surprised the light hasn't turned red for them yet. I bet that bistro is amazing.
Continue on Farm to Market 1097 West for 9 miles.
Holes in the wall are the best. If someone can survive on their own name. So we're just past Pelican Bay Island, which is a gated section, or a gated neighborhood. So this road, if I'm not mistaken, will take us across the lake. Oh, the house with the the land with the purple flowers is for sale. Just in case you were curious. So these clients, it's my first time meeting them. They are insanely nice. I'm so excited they found me. They found me just through reviews. So they just got lucky that I have been looking for a house on Lake Conroe, and so therefore I know a lot about Lake Conroe, even though I'm kind of a city girl or a suburb girl. There's so many real estate offices out here. So Lakewood on the right, also a gated subdivision. So subdivision and neighborhood I use like interchangeably. So this is where we cross over. Oh, it's so pretty. So stinking pretty. Of course, my eyes are on the road, so hopefully y'all have a good view. The lake is just so beautiful. So we cross under here, and that's our favorite side of the lake. The north side of the lake is our fave. So our drive is about 18 minutes. I'm going to do some boat videos. I don't know why I haven't yet. I'm definitely going to do boat videos for y'all. Hopefully we can go out tomorrow. So the haze is coming. Super, super hazy out. And the waters are a little choppy today. I would say they're actually really choppy today. So I think I told y'all that we have a tri-tune. My kids don't like how windy it is on the lake. But it's not actually windy, it's just the boat moving. So over there is like national forest, state forest, like protected land. Super cool. And then there's like condos up here. And like, what an amazing view all of these people have. Like, I don't want to be too close to the road. Here's Bentwater on the left. My husband showed a house a couple days ago in Bentwater, and he had never really paid attention to Bentwater before, and he's like, oh my gosh, I love it. Of course, he doesn't talk like that. So hopefully you enjoyed the pretty lake views. Pay attention. So I was going to show you the Bentwater entrance. It's also gated, super pretty. The real estate firm. That place is so cool. How pretty the trees are. I'm in love with nature lately. Hopefully everyone is. holy cow, it is so hot and humid outside. I don't know if I've ever felt humidity like this before, but that went really well. Hopefully y'all saw a whole bunch of the videos of the property. Now we're going to look down a different street. Like, that's sweat. It's disgusting. I teased that I could probably bring out my shirt. But we are going to look in a neighborhood that has these really, really affordable houses. Oh, let me put on my seatbelt. Okie doke, seatbelt on. So we're going to drive down the street that has homes in the 300s, but there are not any for sale right now. So I'm going to have to get on the market, get on the MLS, and see if there are any that were just pulled or terminated. So terminated, expired, withdrawn. So that's my to-do list when I get home. So our budget is $300, give or take, and must be on the water. I let him drive in front of us because I don't want him to feel restricted if I turn the wrong way. So the water is right there to the right. Little kids, let's go super slow. I think we're gonna have to turn around here. Going to a birthday party. You can't see them, but I can. Just like the worst view ever. So, the water in front of us is super pretty. I think I'm going to text my husband and see if we can see if there's any homes for sale out here. Okay, right where I'm parked says no parking, but my client wanted to come out here. So that's the boat ramp. Super cute. Ducks. We have one more.
Oh yeah, that's right. We haven't been to it, but this was a stop.
Pit stop.
That's right.
But if
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Bridgeview Lane.
Did you see the boats? The lake is so pretty today, even though the clouds are kind of dark. So we are driving 25 minutes to a house on Cape Town. I need to look it up again. I can't remember which house this is. It's probably in Walden. So we are headed to April Sound right now. So a little less than 20 minutes. I want to buy this. 81 acres will divide. TexasLand.com. Beautiful. That's probably not in my budget. Super pretty nonetheless. So I just love this country land up here. Beyond beautiful. I could leave the suburbs and turn into land and lake. Oh, I passed this earlier. So pretty. So T-minus 2 hours. I have to be home. We're having a little get together, like a swim party with our daughter and granddaughter, and then we invited some friends over. I think this is one of my favorite places for countryside, just for access to the water is just awesome. There are some houses for sale here on the right side, but very, very shallow. Very, very shallow. Necessary, but it is neat. Look how beautiful the trees are. Tons of storage places up here too. More land for sale. 9 acres, house, shop, barn. Say their favorites would probably be houses that aren't on the market right now, but I've asked my husband to look. There's 2 streets that really interest them, and I asked, instead of me doing it, I asked Edward to do it. So I think we're gonna pop out here on 105. Here's some new construction. One of my friends used to sell houses in there. This is a little too much off the beaten path for someone that does not live out here for a job. You want easy access to the lake. I'm pretty sure those houses are in the 200s. Oh, had to pop a Yui back there. I turned off my map so it wouldn't annoy y'all while I talk. And totally forgot that in 5 miles I'm supposed to turn. This is a really nice new little area. Buffalo Crossing. There's only 1 house in there so far. So I think this road, I think it is Buffalo Crossing that I'm on. Buffalo something. But I think this will connect me to 105. It's kind of, I mean, it's a little hilly, but it's still just like flat farmland out here. So 1 to 19 acres, so it's going to be a lot of commercial out here eventually. Build it, and they will come. So I said there's a 4-way stop. So Estates of Lake Creek Village. You're on the right, so obviously not gated. I think the lake is going to be in front of us in a second.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Texas 105 East.
We made it. We found 105. I've never gone this way before, I don't think. But I guess I have. So we are like quite on the end of 105.
Turn left onto Texas 105 East, Eva Street East.
Down my thumb. Okie doke, we made it. Traffic gives me a tiny bit of anxiety. So there's a Kroger right there. I'm one of those people that will go a tiny bit extra just so they can come out at a light. I'm guessing this street was one I probably could have taken to, because this looks way more familiar, the shopping out here. So CVS on the right is new, the Kroger is new, all of these places are new. The bank, what else is over here? A pet supply store, the urgent care. So that is Spirit of Texas Bank. They have like a really unique look. Montgomery, birthplace of the Texas flag. There's a flag, how fitting. So AT&T, orthodontist, auto shop, car wash. Apartments, I think. All left. Some good restaurants coming up. This diner looks cool. I've never been to that diner, Magnolia Diner, but I hear it's popular. There's a resale shop in there. Yeah, the signage is so cute for Magnolia Diner. You're gonna have to check that out one day. Let's see, Ace Hardware. I'm gonna turn my air down. Dollar General. So yeah, we're coming up to, so we're not going to Walden today, but this light up here is the street that goes to Walden. So Walden is huge, not necessarily like a master plan community because it's not at that caliber, but it is. So there's a Walmart up here. Oh my gosh, this billboard on the right, I've seen this before. It's 2020 and it's every single picture of all the students that graduated. So stinking cool. I assume that's Conroe High School. My client went to A&M. That's cool. So again, Walden is to the left. Trim supporters on the corner. And then from here in, you're going to find more of your popular restaurants. In a little while, there's a huge shopping center on the left for 105, like off, this is 105, so off of 105. And it's all on the lake. The Mexican restaurant in there, I can't remember the name of it. It is probably my favorite Mexican restaurant ever. It's so good. Subway, another car wash, day spa, gun emporium. You know, us Texans gotta have our guns. Frozen yogurt, another dry cleaner. Pet resort off to the left. So this is like a condominium on the left, I believe, Snug Harbor. It's gated, right? No, it's not gated. Thought it was gated, it's not gated. So you're coming up lake on the right and lake on the left. Cyclist. There's a marine. We decided to pick one up north, a marine, just calmer waters, less people, more low-key. gated and country clubby and super cool. The trees are beautiful. This will be the last house I show them. Even the April Sound sign says a country club community.
Continue on April Sound Boulevard for a half mile.
So it is gated, and they are probably like worse than the $1 million neighborhoods in a good way. Like, there's a parking lot. Waited for clients before in that parking lot. So I'm probably not going to be able to record much of my drive because I need to watch my directions, but golf course. I love that it still looks like the 70s in here. That's probably my favorite thing about this neighborhood. There's a garage sale or moving sale or something going on. God, that view is amazing. See all the way down to the water.
Turn left onto April Waters Drive North.
Super unique, super different houses, just like cottagey, sharing a wall type thing, but all different price points in here. I don't think we've personally looked at any houses for ourselves in the lake in here. The HOA is just a little more than I would want to pay. It's like $2,000 or $3,000 if I'm not mistaken. And you have to pay two different kinds of HOAs. You have to pay like, I think, a quarterly one and a monthly one, or yearly and quarterly, something like that. Big, beautiful houses. Golf course again. Water. Super pretty. So I showed a house, I think, to the left here quite recently. I met the neighbors. The neighbors were so nice. So
In 800 feet, turn right.
There's going to be a little bit of politics. So there are definitely some politics in here. So there's some newer construction in here. Actually showing some houses.
In 1,000 feet, your destination will be on the right.
There's water. So my destination be on my right, and we still haven't made it there. It's 273. 245, 47. Headed home. I will arrive with 11 minutes to spare, so I'm very proud of myself for evaluating time, managing time well. Okie doke. I'm going to continue taking you down 105. So 105 meets with I-45. So we just left April Sound. There's a really good Mexican restaurant on the right there. And my favorite one is up here on the left, so you're gonna be able to see that. It's Fajita Jack's. I think there might be another marina here on the left, but McDonald's and IHOP are on the lake, which is super cool. And then Fajita Jack's is, and there's a handful of other places, including like Papa's on the lake. And there's another one. There's so to the left here, there's, can you see the sign? No. Pier 105 Marina and a nautical boat club. So there's tons of construction. I sold one of those little condos right there. So you can get gasoline over here. So there's 2 gas stations on the water. These condos are on the water, and then they're building more things on the water. So like those condos are pretty affordable, but those luxury condos are higher end. The boat club down there, marble slab, Starbucks, CVS, and then here are the restaurants: Witch, Fajita Jack's, Burger IM, Pizza Hut, Akashi. Can't remember what the name of the other places on the water. Monty's Lighthouse. So tons of options in there. Papa's is actually up here. So it's that pink sign. And there's a park right here, but it's enclosed all of COVID. Papa's is in here. Technically, Jack in the Box is on the lake. There's Papa's. It was open, but I don't know if it's still open. Sonic on the right. So there's nothing too exciting from here all the way to 45. At 45 you have, I think, Best Buy, Target, and some shopping, and then tons of shopping to the left and the right. Grand Central Park, which is a neighborhood, has a ton of shopping right on the outside. So there's a loop that goes around Conroe called 336, and up here we'll meet the loop. And there used to be 2 grocery stores. I think one has closed down. There's only H-E-B now. So H-E-B is probably the most popular grocery store out here in all of Houston suburbs. Now there are some Berkshire Brothers grocery stores out here, but mostly H-E-B, and then, well, Target, Kroger and Randall's, but H-E-B is the most popular. I shop at Kroger and H-E-B just depending on what direction I'm coming from and what I'm buying. And if I want to run in and out and not deal with a million people, then I always go to Kroger. I actually love a whole bunch of the Kroger branded items. Park on the right. Oh, there are a couple places on here, like a handful of restaurants that are really good. Vernon's, they have catfish. There's a catfish location, like a seafood, and there's a barbecue location. So the barbecue's on the left, and the catfish is on the right. Vernon's catfish place is amazing. And they have all types of fried seafood, but they have great lunch specials. They're so busy during lunch that, like, they don't kick you out of your table, but pretty sure they'll give you a dirty eye. Like, there's lines almost every day. I haven't checked in since COVID, but it's a really good place to stop. If you want to Montgomery really hasn't shut down yet. And then the barbecue place, I don't think I passed it. I think it's on the left up here in a little while. But that Donna's Home Furnishings, there's one here and there's one on 2920 in like Spring Tomball area. Super popular place for home furnishings. High end, not, I think, not crazy high end, but definitely high end. There's another neighborhood up here on the right that's really nice. It's been here forever. I can't remember the name of it, but you'll see it. I'll let y'all know. Oh, there's Vernon's Country Barbecue right there on the left, that yellow sign. Apartments scattered around, here's some on the right. Burgers, tamales, salads, and steaks. That's what the barbecue place is. A meat market in here. That might be the neighborhood I was talking about, West Fork. I think it is. West Fork is really nice. Luxury living for sure. I think there's a golf course in there or something. I think there is a golf course in there. So we're at 3083, which pops out on 45, I believe. The Walgreens on my left. Yep, golf and country club. So West Fork. The music's on, darn it. YouTube doesn't like unlicensed music, so I'm probably gonna get my hand slapped for this video. I wish there was some way to get away with having the radio playing in the background. There's a whole bunch of churches up here. So First United Methodist. Here's the HEB. So this is going to be 336 the loop. Big old American flag. Another gun depot type place. Trucks, guns, and ammo. There's financial bank. I know some people there. So J&D. Oh, that place shut down. American's Country Store. That's so sad. It's kind of like an Ace Hardware. So car wash on the left. Auto place. HB on the right. So the Kroger shut down right here. But there's good shopping here on the left. There's a Russo's. It's a pizza place. Some apartments back there. Fountains of Conroe. So once you get down here past 336, commercial is really heavy. The high school is going to come up here on my left. Dealership, bank. There's a really popular, there's tons of restaurants up here, but there's a really popular restaurant on the right in a little while. Another resale shop on the left. Taco Bell. Here's Conroe High School. It's not the #1 school in Conroe ISD, but I really like it. I like the down-home feeling of like super established high schools. I think the teachers treat people really well there. I can't remember what nationality the food is. I don't think it's there anymore. No, it's not there anymore. What a shame. Okie doke. I had a phone call. Cubs was checking in on me and making sure I was alive. But now we're all the way to the Woodlands. And I'm really different options, and then we drove around a neighborhood in a street where they would really like to purchase a home. You can see the lake, and the houses are in the 300s, so that was really cool. But they're probably going to talk about the condo. It was so nice, but the HOA fee is $631 a month, so that's a little expensive, but we're still thinking about it. I'm sorry, but that's scary. That's like the scariest thing ever. So yeah, so we're headed south on I-45, and sometimes I take the Grand Parkway 99 tollway, but